Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jordan Lang, and I currently serve as the Assistant Director of Student Activities in the Office of the Ole Miss Student Union. So, again, thanks for joining me today, and wherever you're joining me from, I hope that you're doing well and that you're excited to go on a journey with me as we talk about what student involvement is at the University of Mississippi, what it looks like, why it's important, and how you can get involved as well. I'd be willing to bet this probably is not the first time in your life that someone has told you that you should get involved, or someone has even told you to just put yourself out there. And whether you're really excited by the prospect of reinventing yourself or feeling a little bit overwhelmed with where to start, don't worry, we're going to provide you with some really tactical and easy ways to get involved while you're here at the University of Mississippi. So just stay tuned. So, who is the we that I'm talking about? Well, on the slide, you'll see some friendly faces of your neighborhood student union staff members who are eager to get to know you personally and help you make the most out of your college experience through your leadership. While we all have different specializations within our office, we all have one common goal, which is ensuring that when you leave the University of Mississippi, you're able to reflect on your experience and say, I left this place better than I found it through your involvement journey. And so by now you may be asking yourself, okay, all that sounds great, but how do I leave Ole Miss better than I found it? And in order to answer this question, which is a great question, we need to answer a few more first. And so we've compiled these three big reasons, or excuse me, three big questions about involvement, beginning with why should I get involved? How do I get involved? And what should I get involved in? So we're going to unpack all of these questions throughout the rest of the presentation. And we're going to begin with the why. On the slide, you'll see lots of reasons why we believe involvement matters and what's in it for you as a student at the University of Mississippi. If we had to summarize all of these reasons, we could cluster them into the following three big reasons to get involved. Number one, we want you to find your people, your place, and your space. Number two, we want you to practice your leadership skills. And number three, we want you to discover new while you're here. So, beginning with finding your people, your place, and your space, this is known as your current passions. You're going to hopefully be trying and doing all sorts of new things while you're here. It's important for you to continue to do something that you already know that you love. Maybe you were on the dance team in high school and you want to continue practicing those skills. You can absolutely do that by joining a student organization here. Or maybe you really want to continue performing service work in your new community and invest in Oxford through community service. There's a whole student organization for that as well. So I'd encourage you to really begin thinking about what it is about your current involvement that you want to pack with you when you come to college so that it can ease that transition as you're coming to this new place with new people, with all of these new opportunities. We also want you to practice your leadership skills. This is known as career readiness. We need you to start with the end in mind. One day you'll graduate from the University of Mississippi and you'll start looking for a job and you'll be sharing your resume with employers. So we want you to be thinking about tomorrow. What are you going to do today that's going to prepare you for your career and life after you graduate? Do you want to be a doctor? Well, maybe joining a pre-medical society is up your alley. But regardless of what your future goals are, all employers want to see that you are not only well-rounded, but you're also committed to the things that you've invested your time in as a college student. And here's some data to back all of this up for you. Results from the National Survey of Student Engagement found that higher levels of student engagement in a variety of curricular and co-curricular activities significantly and positively contribute to the cumulative GPA and students' perception of the overall academic experience at their institution. So yes, you can get involved and get engaged at the university while focusing on your academics as well. Those things go hand in hand. And then finally, we want you to discover new ideas, skills, talents, interests, cultures, people. The sky is really the limit here, but we want you to focus on cultivating your curiosity while you're an Ole Miss student. Maybe a sport took up all of your time in high school. Maybe there was something that you've always wanted to do but couldn't for one reason or another. Now is the time to try that thing, because you may even meet some of your lifelong friends in the process or discover a passion that you didn't know that you had. So, in summary, getting involved in creating your place is a necessary step in making this university your home and making sure that you succeed. You can make the most of your time here while preparing yourself for the next step, whatever that may be. But you don't have to take it from me. Here is what Senior Integrated Marketing Communications major Austin Newcomb had to say about his involvement experience. He says, "Involvement for me means finding a family where I feel accepted and loved. Being involved on campus is a great way to impact the community and grow within yourself. For my collegiate journey, involvement has been a vital aspect because it has helped shape, challenge, grow my leadership skills in a new way that has broadened my perspective about life." So Austin uses words like family, growth, challenge, and acceptance. You too can find your home away from home and your opportunities for development if you choose to buy in and invest in yourself and your leadership by getting involved. Which brings us to the next question of how do I get involved? So now that you know what's in it for you and how impactful involvement can be during your collegiate career, we're going to break it down and talk about how you do this. And let me start by saying there is no uniform way to get involved. This is a choose your own adventure story, and in order to get started, we've compiled a short list of ways that you can get engaged. Starting with involvement fairs. These are a great place to network and learn more about the mission and purpose of student organizations firsthand from active members. Throughout the year, we'll have involvement fairs on campus where you'll have the opportunity to go and meet people that are members of this organization, ask them questions about what they like and about why they got started within that organization and about the why of their involvement journey. You can also attend campus events. We have free concerts on campus, holiday celebrations, mechanical sharks, silent disco, and truly so much more. We have a whole student organization on campus called the Student Activities Association that is 100% dedicated to providing our campus community with fun and free events for students. You can also join a registered student organization. We have over 300 options to choose from that range from ASB, which is our form of student government, to the Milk and Cookies Association. And if none of these things pique your interest, you can even create your own. You can actually go on our student engagement platform called the Forum, where you can contact student leaders of your desired student organizations directly. So be sure to stick around for that next module that will help you learn all about how to use Forum. You can also discover leadership opportunities within the Office of the Student Union. We have multiple leadership conferences like Pulse, leadership workshops in which you can learn all about your personal leadership style and what makes you unique, and also StrengthsFinder trainings to figure out what your strengths are and how you can capitalize on those during your collegiate years and even beyond when you're looking for jobs once you leave the university. You can also get an on-campus job. Lots of departments on campus hire student workers specifically, and there's a whole website dedicated solely to student employment. You can also just walk around campus and ask folks about different opportunities within their office. And finally, you can schedule a consultation with the Leadership and Engagement Ambassador. So if all of this is feeling a little bit overwhelming, fear not, because in addition to full-time staff members within our office that are ready to help, we also have an entire student organization called the Leadership and Engagement Ambassadors who are dedicated to helping you find your fit at the university. The overarching goal of this group is to reach out to university community and enhance the student engagement and leadership experiences at the University of Mississippi. So if you feel led to, you can even sign up for a personalized consultation with one of our ambassadors that are students just like you, and they can help you navigate all of our different involvement opportunities and get you plugged in. And it looks like that's all the time that we have for today. So I want to thank you so much for listening. Again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to connect with us if you need any help navigating your experience at Ole Miss. Up next, you'll get to learn all of the ins and outs of our student engagement platform, the Forum, so be sure to stick around to learn about how this resource is going to be an essential tool in your tool belt for becoming and staying involved.